A new film shows how fishing and ranching converge on the Colorado River in Kremmling. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. First, a skier died in an accident on Quandary Peak yesterday morning, the third backcountry death of the season in Colorado and first in Summit County. Summit Search and Rescue responded to a call for help around 11:20. A Flight for Life helicopter arrived on scene 800 vertical feet below the summit, where the male victim was pronounced dead after receiving advanced life support. The Summit County coroner is investigating. The man's name, age, and cause of death are pending an autopsy. Also yesterday, a snowmobiler died in a crash outside Grand Junction. Witnesses report the man was navigating a canal when he failed to turn. He died on scene. One of the most visible buildings in Summit County has yet another new tenant, its second in less than a year. Appliance Factory Outlet recently hung a sign on the old Habitat Restore building in Silverthorne near the I-70 on-ramp at exit 205. Last April, Snarf Sandwiches of Denver announced its first mountain location there, but backed out of its lease late last year before opening. The land and building are still owned by Linda Rausch of Fruta, but the location is notoriously fickle with difficult access. No word yet on when the appliance store opens. Voters in November gave local initiatives $88 million of tax money over the next 10 years, and that cash is already going to use for mental health projects.
And all of those advisory committees that will recommend the priorities, recommend the funding to the county commissioners are actively at work.
That was County Manager Scott Vargo. He says mental health nonprofits like Building Hope had long wish lists even before voters approved Measure 1A, including mental health scholarships and school-based programs. Those now have funding.
The mental health group is very far in advance in terms of what they were looking for.
Mental health gets $2 million annually through 1A, now known as Strong Futures. County Commissioner Thomas Davidson says that money is vital as Summit County's suicide rate remains 3 times higher than the nation, and state amendments continue to squeeze government funding.
This additional funding not only allows us to work on these new programs, but also just allows us to keep up with these downward revenue pressures from both the Tabor and the Gallagher amendments.
County officials estimate the county will lose millions in funding from past tax measures because of those amendments, like an open space package from 2008, now funded at $600,000 less per year than voters approved. There's more to the Colorado River than rafting, fishing, and water for Arizona golf clubs. For the Bruchet family of Kremmling, it's their livelihood.
With different storage and trans-mountain diversion projects and with severe drought conditions, several of us irrigators struggled to even irrigate our properties.
That's Paul Bruchet, a fifth-generation rancher. To make ends meet, the family added fly fishing access to their private land in the early 2000s when widespread drought decimated hay production.
Unfortunately, sometimes it takes seeing your future to save your future, and we had a good glimpse of what could be.
The Bruchet family is the heart of A River's Reckoning, a new short film about the changing shape of the Colorado River and how it affects everything from agriculture to recreation.
This is the new norm. So we're all going to have to figure out how to live with less.
A local coalition, the Colorado River Headwaters Project, now uses grant money for habitat and river restoration in Summit County's backyard.
So we're trying to recreate what once was in the river.
Watch A River's Reckoning and more than a dozen short films about river health at AmericanRivers.org. In sports, the Avalanche hope to snap a losing streak tonight against the Maple Leafs. Puck drop is 5 p.m. And in local sports, brought to you by Deepwater Mountain Inc., all Summit High teams are off until tomorrow when boys basketball plays Moffett County at home. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.